I will do the show without the glasses. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Marvellous Indeed. It has been much too long. I had gone on another expedition, another journey of sorts, and I have returned yet again. I must confess, I have missed everyone ever so dearly, and I have missed doing this. Due to unfortunate circumstances, I had to take leave. However, I have at last come to great estate and have returned. I do not have a particular topic in mind, but before I do tell you what I intend to do in this episode, I would simply just like to take a moment to thank each and everybody who has watched all of my episodes, all three so far, has subscribed to the channel, and has liked the videos. This truly means a lot to me. And with that being said, I would like to tell all of these fellows who have also listened to my advice and have taken action and have worked on themselves. What I would like to say to thee is the following. May the rose rise to meet you. May the sun shine upon your face. May the winds blow ever so gently upon your back. And may God keep you in the palm of his hand. Now, I shall tell you what I intend to do in this episode. I do not have anything particularly planned beforehand. However, I would like to discuss about discipline. I'd like to talk about it further with everybody. Discipline is a topic that can be spoken of over and over and over again, and each time it can be a different conversation. But why discipline specifically? Why discipline out of all topics? It is the only topic that comes to my mind in terms of greatness for now. There are many other topics to discuss when it comes to greatness, but discipline is important. Discipline is the only one you need to get to greatness, along with determination, consistency, but you can put that all up into discipline itself. Discipline is needed. Why is discipline needed? Discipline is needed because without it, we are a lost cause. Without discipline, you're not going to get anything done. You will rely on motivation, and motivation is fuel, temporary fuel. And once you run out of fuel, you have no one and nothing to push you. That is where discipline comes in. Discipline is yourself, your mind, body, and your soul, as I like to call it, your mind, body, and soul. Discipline allows you to go further, completely exert your mind, body, and soul, even when you don't want to, but only for the sake of greatness. Keep this in mind. Without discipline, I say we're a lost cause. Just how, without oxygen, or without the air we breathe, we are as good as dead. Those who wish to have greatness, to have power, to have wisdom, they simply must have discipline. Without discipline, I could say this over and over again, without discipline, we are a lost cause. I will now tell you a little story about a fellow who lacked discipline but still came to great estate only after he had realized that discipline is important. But before I get into the story, I simply would like to take a moment and once again appreciate everybody for everyone that has shown to be consistent with watching my content, to subscribing to the channel, to liking the videos. I appreciate it truly. It means a lot to me. And I look forward to our future ventures together. I know greatness is soon to come to all of us, but it will not come if we are to be sitting ducks, to put it in simple words. We must work harder for the sake of greatness, for the sake of greatness. Now, the story. I understood the purpose, or you could say the moral of the story, right? Let us call it the redemption. It did not have a name when I came across it, but let us call it the redemption. In the vast steppes of Central Asia, a ruthless warlord roamed, his name whispered in terror across tribes and kingdoms alike. Known for his insatiable hunger for conquest, he was a man who brought empires to their knees. Yet even he, the feared and invincible, was destined for a profound transformation. One fateful night, after a bloody victory against a rival clan, the warlord sat alone atop a hill, overlooking the smouldering remains of the battlefield. The cries of the wounded and the wails of widows echoed in the distance. A monk, captured among the spoils of war, was brought before him. "Spare me, or kill me," the monk said calmly. "But know this: a man who conquers the world but loses his soul will leave only ashes in his wake." The warlord's eyes narrowed. "Do you mock me, old man? I am unstoppable. I am the master of the steeps." "You are a master of chaos," the monk replied. "But true greatness lies in building, not destroying. A ruler who lacks discipline cannot truly rule." The words haunted him, and that night sleep eluded him as he replayed the monk's warning. For weeks, the warlord sought no new conquests. Instead, he rode alone through his lands, visiting the ruins left in his wake. He saw starving families, burned villages, and broken people. Slowly, the fire within him shifted. The desire for destruction gave way to a vision of unity, a world bound by law and order, where strength served justice rather than chaos. And from that day forth, the warlord became a leader of purpose. He disciplined himself and his armies, imposing strict codes of conduct and focusing on building alliances, trade routes, and laws. And under his new rule, a vast empire was forged, one that connected East and the West, spreading knowledge and culture. His name? Genghis Khan, the founder of the largest contiguous empire in history. Though his early years were defined by bloodshed, his legacy was shaped by discipline, vision, and the power to transform destruction into creation. I will repeat what the monk said. True greatness lies in building, not destroying. A ruler who lacks discipline cannot truly rule. And those words are haunting, very haunting, I must say. But that being said, here's a little something, a quote from a tag that I have come across, and it is as it follows: "He who wants a rose must respect the thorn. He who wants power must endure the pain. He who wants greatness must endure the suffering. And you can only endure such pain and such suffering through discipline. Motivation lasts short term, not too long. It is never permanent. It is good to be motivated, but it is better to be disciplined. You must have discipline." I will keep it short and simple, as I said. I needed something to revive the channel with, and I suppose that is what this episode is for. But before I do go, there is something else I would like to share with everyone. There is something else. One of my most favorite dialogues ever. Now, without further ado, here is a speech, a recitation, one that has stuck with me, and I will now share it with you. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. I communed with mine own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate. And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceived this also as vexation of spirit, for in such wisdom is much grief. And he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. And with that being said, I will conclude the episode here. I'm very glad to be doing this again, and I'm very glad to have everyone here today. I hope this episode has brought knowledge to all of thee, has helped you in one way or another. And this is only a revival of the channel, a revival of the podcast. I will most certainly be bringing in a lot more content and a lot more, you could say, stronger. Time is never favorable. Well, usually not favorable, but for some it is never favorable. Time is as it must be, and our fates are written. Yet no fate but what we make. Our fate is written, but there are moments in these writings where we get to choose, where we get to decide how we want to proceed. That is not written. How we proceed is not written. We have an option, we have to choose, and then it continues after we have chosen. So choose right and choose well, do right and do well. Do not do injustice to oneself. Do not vexate oneself and spirit. Be great, be honorable, be loving, smile more, care more, love more, be more generous, be more kind. Most importantly, learn to forgive yourself. I will see you all in the next episode. Once again, I'm very happy to have you all here. Until next time.